Alright guys, today we have a not so great video, but it's something that we absolutely have to take at least a little bit of time here to talk about, because it's just kind of getting bigger and bigger and it doesn't seem like it's going to go away. And as much as I wanted to avoid talking about it, I feel as though it's kind of necessary. I know there's some people who are going to say that I shouldn't talk about it because it's just going to bring more exposure to it, but I'm going to be honest with you, it doesn't matter whether I talk about it or not. It's out here, it's everywhere, it's probably even going to be in my comment sections in this video, so I'm going to recommend to everybody, if you don't want to know anything, well, first of all, I'm not spoiling anything in this video. Second of all, if you don't want to know anything at all or risk being exposed to knowing anything, don't go in the comment section of this video. Don't go in the comment section of really any video that has anything to do with this topic. And what are we talking about? We are talking about The Last of Us Part 2 and how the entire plot has seemingly been leaked out online to the point where there are even video clips. I mean, like, there's gameplay segments, but there are actual cutscenes out there that show major plot points. And this is happening because apparently, and I don't know how true this is, but it's all I've been hearing. Apparently, there is a disgruntled employee working for Naughty Dog, and there was some type of payment dispute. And as the story goes, apparently, this person was so disgruntled that they decided to do this. They decided to leak pretty much the entire game online, and unfortunately, I have been exposed to many of the leaks, and I've had pretty much the entire thing ruined. I would be more upset if I thought that it was just me or just a few select people, but knowing that pretty much almost everybody's in the same boat, I don't feel so bad. I think Sony and Naughty Dog are probably feeling pretty terrible right now. I have to imagine that they're probably in panic mode because they have to do something. They cannot just stay silent. They have to do something. At least I'm assuming. I mean, you could also argue that maybe them doing something would just bring more attention to it, which could be a bad thing. But as I said, this is not going to stop. People are going to continue to talk about this. More and more people, as the days and weeks go on, will pretty much learn the entire story of The Last of Us Part 2. And the idea that we don't even have a release date for it at this point it's insane. I've honestly never seen anything like this. I feel really sorry for the employees and the developers over at Naughty Dog who've worked, tirelessly for years and years on this, and just to have it kind of come out this way, I've seen other people take the opposite stance, where because of apparently, there was a disgruntled employee, and this has to do with working conditions and crunch. I've seen people take an opposite stance where they think that, Naughty Dog is getting what they deserve finally. I'm not trying to turn this conversation into that. However, I will say, if it really is that bad, and I've said this before, if it's that bad, then they do need to fix some stuff. I mean, if your employee is so disgruntled that they're willing to do something like this, you might have to try to take a few steps back and reevaluate your conditions and how things are run. But I don't know what it's like on the inside at Naughty Dog. All I know is that I've played some of their games over the years, or more recently, I should say. But I played some of their games. I've enjoyed their games, and I think they've done a great job. And so that's about all I know. I know that their games usually rise above the rest. And I know that it's not easy to make something like that happen, but this is just an extremely unfortunate event, and as I've said, I pretty much have the entire story ruined. I know pretty much everything that happens if this leak is to be believed, and I've seen some people say that they don't believe this leak is true, but rest assured, yeah, this is the real deal. If you don't want anything to be spoiled for you, you need to try to do your best. And I know it's hard, and this is what I mean about Sony not doing any, they have to do something. It's going to be nearly impossible if you are somebody who follows like gaming centric stuff, or you follow gaming centric YouTubers or anything like that. It's going to be nearly impossible to just to avoid anything until whenever they set a new release date and this game comes out. I mean, you would literally have to avoid the internet completely, and that's a difficult thing for a lot of people to do. And from this point forward, I'm going to kind of talk about I'm not going to spoil anything, all right? But if you're somebody who doesn't want to hear the opinion of somebody who knows what happens, then you're going to want to click off this video now, because I'm just going to take a moment to kind of, again, I'm not going to reveal any details, I'm not going to spoil anything, I'm just going to say whether I think what I learned about is good or not good. And it sucks because it's like I wasn't expecting this. I didn't go looking for it. It just kind of came my way. And, it was just a situation that just kind of caught me off guard. And I'm like, oh, this is real. And this is the real deal. So if you don't want to hear the opinion of somebody who kind of knows what the big plot beats and basically what happens. I didn't play the game myself, obviously. The most important thing to understand is it's easy to assume something when you read it in text form, or you see some images, or maybe you see a few things here and there, but what's missing is the context. I mean, I'm gonna say it now. I'm not really digging it. I'm not really feeling it. Feels weird to say that, because I'm sure many of you know just how excited I've been for this game, and I have this weird conflicting feeling right now, because a part of me wants to be upset that I know what I know without actually getting the game and playing it and experiencing it myself, and I'm still upset because I know that I'm missing a lot of context, and I'm still going to play the game, I'm still going to get it when it drops, obviously, and I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to experience it for myself before I lock in any actual, this is really how I feel about it. But what I know now, I'm a little bit sad, honestly, and disappointed. And I obviously I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to tell you why, but I ultimately feel that maybe Naughty Dog made a few mistakes here. And to me, the biggest mistake, based off of, again, what I know, and this is strange because I think that there was a lot of different ways that they could have went about the sequel. To me, the strangest thing is that I can't help but feel that maybe this was kind of unnecessary. Like The Last of Us Part 2, a sequel, maybe a little bit unnecessary. Now again, I'm lacking context. When I get the game and I play it for myself and I experience it, and I get all those little minute details, which Naughty Dog is, that's what they're known for. But it, I really wish I wouldn't have had this spoiled for me, because what I will say is there is one thing in particular, again, that I will not reveal. Absolutely not going to do that. There is one thing in particular that really, really, really kind of puts me off and makes me scratch my head. And to be completely honest with you, really makes me understand what Troy Baker was saying when we covered his quote recently, where he said you got to be open-minded and it's going to make you question everything. Now I fully understand why he said that. Now, I don't know if this is some kind of insane marketing ploy, because I've seen some people bring this up. I don't know if this is Naughty Dog, like they're doing this purposely. I'm going to say no, because of the amount of negativity I'm seeing. I think this is unprecedented. But there are some people who think that this may be some kind of insane marketing strategy where the game is leaked and everybody knows everything, and then the game's going to drop, and turns out it's going to be completely different, or at least some major points will be completely different. However, I've seen some of these clips, and I know you're probably thinking, like, why would you do that? But once it started kind of being exposed in front of my face indirectly, and I started learning one thing here, another thing there, maybe it's my fault. I kind of couldn't help myself, but I needed to see for myself, like, is this real? Like, is this really happening right now? Or is this just being blown out of proportion? And I can confirm to you it's not being blown out of proportion. Like, this is really happening. Like, I've never seen anything like this. The entire game, pretty much. Like, if you go looking for it, you can find it. And that's insane. Especially when you consider, like, this is what Sony's games are known for their stories, and their characters. And yeah, there's more I would like to say. And I think that that's the most irritating aspect of this. Like, it's not that I know what I know. It's that I know that what I've seen, I want to talk about it with people, especially a lot of you guys, because I know you guys are very, very, very much excited for this game. A lot of you are huge Last of Us fans, and I'm shocked. I am shocked at this happening. I'm shocked at how I feel after what I've seen and read. And I don't really know what's going to happen next. I don't know what Sony's going to do, what Naughty Dog's going to do. And I don't know, and this is the most important thing, I think, I have no idea how the gaming community, how the Last of Us community is going to react to this game when it drops. And I guess I'll leave it at that. So, again, I had to make this video. It wasn't the video I was planning on making, but it's just too big not to talk about. There's a lot of people who are probably wondering if I've had it, ruined for me, if I've been exposed to the leaks. And yeah, I have been. I wouldn't say it's ruined for me. Again, I'm going to play it and experience it for myself, but I would be lying if I said that I am okay with knowing what I know. I wish I didn't know what I know, but maybe that's my fault. I mean, I guess I didn't heed the warning when people said stay off the internet. Don't click on anything, because there are people, just like I'm telling you guys, do not go in the comment sections to leave a comment. If you do, go there at your own risk. Anything you click that's Last of Us related, you're taking a risk. And this is what I mean. Like, it seems like almost unavoidable, and it's sad because now I just don't know what Sony's going to do. I don't know if this has to basically ruin their marketing. I don't know, guys. It's a sad situation. It really is, and it's unfortunate that it has to go down like this. And I just hope that if there are really problems that are so significant behind the scenes that employees are so disgruntled they're willing to leak out the entire game that they've worked on for years, I hope that they can get those problems sorted out, because there's just something so messed up about this whole thing, and it's just depressing. So, God, yeah. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. I know it was not a happy video, but I hope you at least, appreciate it for what it is. If you're somebody who wants to take the chance and leave a comment down below, I'll still be checking them out. But again, don't do it if you don't want to have anything spoiled. But be sure to leave the video a like if you did enjoy it, found it informative at all. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already. Hit the bell notification icon so you never miss an upload. And feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.